There is this myth about mornings, like somehow they're dreadful or something to be avoided, something miserable. But you know what? I think mornings are fantastic because they are the moment that we get, the one moment that we get every single day to put our feet on the ground and meet that day with all of the energy, strength, and just like pure mental focus that we need in order to set the tone for the rest of the day. Mornings are fantastic, but they're incredibly important. The way that you wake up is absolutely 122,000% the way that the rest of your day will go. So you've got to get your morning routine nailed right and off to a rockin' start. I'm going to show you what I have found is the best morning routine in the world, and it all starts with a bag of perfect protein powder. You ready? Let's do this thing.
Get out, get away.
I am not a trained chef, but I am a full-time foodie photographer to be exact. I've created a 6-figure career from my kitchen table. Come on into my studio where we'll cook not just good food, but gorgeous food. I'm Brooke Lark, and this is how to cook like a food stylist. About 7 years ago, I found myself at pretty close to rock bottom. Everything in my life kind of fell out. I didn't know where my next job was going to come from. I was overwhelmed with kids and work and carpooling and school and starting a new business, and it was so much. I found that not only did I have anxiety, I was just like really frustrated, and I felt like life was kind of unfair, and I dreaded waking up in the morning. I absolutely dreaded it. And then one day I found the Myth of Athena. I stumbled onto it on Wikipedia or something. And in reading that myth, I realized that Athena wasn't just the goddess of war as I thought she always was, but she was the goddess of like so many other things. Industry and home and hearth and creativity and art. And I realized that I had been thinking too small. I was getting overwhelmed because I thought that I was just made to do a few little things in my life, and I was frustrated that there were these other things falling on my plate. So I kind of had this moment where I was like, well, you know what? If Athena can be the goddess of all of those things, then I can show up and be the warrior of anything. Got myself a tattoo to remind myself that I can show up as a warrior and Athena in my own life. And I started to functionally change everything in my life to give me the energy and the power that I needed to meet the tasks that were on my plate and to build the things that I wanted to build, to create the life that I wanted to create. So one of those things has been dialing in my morning routine. First, it was coffee. Sometimes it was a run. It was really, really iffy. And once I realized that if I could just automate my daily routine, I knew exactly what I was supposed to do. And every day I was getting done the things that I needed to do. Wake up, make the bed, boom, something is done right away. Get on my shoes, go for a run, boom, body is taken care of. Then I come home and I pull out a blender and a cup of coffee and I make myself what I call the Athena Latte. Here's how. The Athena Latte is basically a single cup of coffee with everything that you need to super boost it. But good news, this little cup of coffee has only 3 ingredients. Ingredient 1, coffee. I'm gonna pour this into a blender, but you can also use a hand blender if you want. You want that piping hot because we're also going to add some coconut oil. You guys, the coconut oil is so good for the skin. It's just so good. And the truly secret ingredient for the Athena Latte is Bob's Red Mill protein powder. Now this is not just any protein powder. Yes, it has protein and plant-based protein at that, but you know what else it has? It has added fiber because it's got some chia seeds in there. It's such a beautiful little protein powder. And it's sweetened with monk fruit, and even better than that, they add probiotics to this glorious little bag. Oh, I am so in love with this protein powder because on top of being really good for you, it tastes delicious. So if you like to add creamer to your coffee, or you like cappuccinos or lattes, you know what? There's no going back. There's no going back. This is going to be your new favorite cup of coffee because it really is super boosted with all of the things that you need to just get that day rocking. So you can make it with a hand blender. I'm just gonna make it in a blender to show you. Once everything is all mixed in, you just blend the craziness out of it until it gets frothy. And then hang in there with me because then it's time to coffee. All right, we have a vanilla and we have a chocolate. I'm gonna taste them both for you, even though I've already had these like 100 million times. So the vanilla, so good. Just ever so slightly sweet. So I love this because if you already like to put cream in your coffee or just add a little bit of like extra flavor, that punch of protein powder plus the like softness of the coconut oil is good. Okay. I know that I said that I always go for vanilla, but I'm thinking that I need to do way more chocolate coffee. Either of these is guaranteed to be the best breakfast that you're ever gonna wake up to. All right, go grab yourself some protein powder, you guys, and make yourself an Athena latte, and then get after it. You've got a lot to do today. So this fly keeps flying around. Okay. Ah! Where is it? This is inappropriate. Where is? Okay, if you see it, please tell me because I want to.
Okay. Wait, Brooke, no.
I'm gonna go Mr. Miyagi on this.
You're not actually planning to catch a fly, are you?
I need to get the fly. We cannot have a beautiful cooking video with a fly flying around. Yeah, can you shoot that over to me through email and then I will get back to you with like an exact delivery date? The best thing about the mornings are? Do you know what the best things? You are in coffee.
Oh, that's so good.
I know, right?
Wait, what?
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Do you see? Hit the cabinet. Like just give it
Where?
back.